All right, we're here at the Ladies of Charity for another $5 thrift store challenge. Editing Tara here, and for the first time, it's not that I forgot to record the video, but I have lost it. So the part where I do the harvesting is missing, but this is going to be a very cool picture. I'm showing it to you so you can see that it's still going to be fun to watch. Okay, it has been a minute since I worked on the Ladies of Charity, but I got all this stuff cut out. She's cool. So we have some background papers. You know, I love a pattern to use. We got some cool ribbons. I think these are going to make a cool background. I was thinking maybe I would do a Moroccan theme, but I don't know about that. And then there's some Knoxville magazines if we need anything else. So let's get our journal out. This is the one that got upside down and backwards and all cattywampus, so we got to try to make sure we get it right side up. All right, here is a good page, the back of this one, and now we have to, so when you're using this type of journal, you have to glue your pages together, because this is just cheapy paper. So we are going to, I'm going to take a bit of Mod Podge. I'm going to take somebody was asking me about my silicone brushes. And you don't want to get too much in the middle. The rest of it will hold. Somebody was asking me about my silicone brushes. I bought them on Amazon for like, I don't know, $13 for 13 of them. I'm sure there are fancy ones, but I like to save my fancy money for things that matter. And then you just, whoop, there we go. There we go. And the nice thing about the silicone brushes is you just peel them. You don't have to clean them. Okay, let's see what we got. We have some cool stuff, you guys. I almost think, okay, we're gonna have to check the book. Okay. I've kind of gotten into doing the uppy downies on this one. Look at that. So we have that. We have her with a tiny body. So I'm totally fine with that, with her hand on her face. We got some tigers. And we got some mushrooms. And I love the mushrooms are the same color as her hair. I don't know, I kind of like this. Do we want like the tiger peeking out behind her head? And I'll cut his, yeah, I want to do that. So the way you can make him peek out is to cut his little face. Cute little tiger face. Right, like this. And then you can put the tiger part behind him. And then just have his little face poking out. Okay, I kind of love that. All right, before we get going too far, what else do we have? I kind of want this to be a little fancy. I don't have anything super exciting. I like the color of this stuff to go with this look. So let's go ahead and, because this was like a 50-cent package of napkins. So let's do a background with this. And there's two different types of patterns that they sell. The big giant ones and then the ones they've cut up already. I tend to like the ones they've cut up because then I'm not trying to manage a giant piece of pattern. And I'm just using it for background, right? So it's not, to me, it's not like, oh my gosh, I think somebody cut it up wrong and they might have lost some of the pieces or whatever. For me, it's like, oh my goodness, I don't have to cut it up myself. Okay, So we're gonna go right along the edge. I'm using my Mod Podge because Mod Podge is great for decoupage, which this is, where we're trying to stick a big piece on. Boop. And I don't mind a couple little wrinkles and things like that. Oh, I kind of love that. That's beautiful. Okay, we're gonna put this piece down. Now the cool thing about patterns is, and we're gonna use this to our advantage. Because I want this to be a snazzy one. And I don't always have patterns. I like patterns. Okay, here we go. And we're gonna just do the whole bottom of this again. I'm sorry if you can't see the very, very bottom, but I promise you all I'm doing is Mod Podge. And with this pattern material, we do want to cover everything. We kind of don't want to cheat. We want to get a good base for this to be stuck on. There we go. We're going to go right up to this. Now see how this is starting to build up? Oh, that's cute. Okay, now what we're gonna do is we're gonna find some more cool stuff in this pattern, because they always have cool stuff. Look right there. See, like this? They tell you things about the like what's going on in the pattern, and they have letters and numbers and stuff. So we're gonna pull that out. And we're gonna put it in places where it's gonna show up, right? So we know that we kind of have a tiger guy coming up, hanging out up in here. So we want a little bit of background interest there. Ooh, nice. And I love the colors it turns into when you add layers to it. All right, what else do we got? This one's got something. Oh, it's got arrows. Oh, I like this. Okay, we're gonna put this one down here at the bottom where there's not a whole lot of anything. And then that'll probably do me for right this second. I don't want it to be, like, I don't want the background to be too fancy. But I do like when I can get some free, fun stuff going without having to work for it, right? Lazy crafting. And this was the nicest thrift store I've been to, church thrift store I've been to maybe ever. And I've been to a lot of thrift stores. They were literally, as they had people there handing out food for people, taking, you know, giving them clothing to wear. I was super impressed with them. And that was in Tennessee. I know you know it, but it's been a minute for me, like I said. Okay, so we're gonna have to let this dry. While we're thinking about that, do we wanna take a little bit of it? Let's see what's in this napkin pack. I know I have children, so you would think that I would know about Disney, but my children are not very childlike. They came to us sort of grown up. They'd been through a bit. They weren't kitty kids. Ooh, we gotta take this off. And can we put some little flowers at the top and the bottom maybe? I don't want it to be too much. Let's try that. Okay, I'm gonna do this side because I like my tiger over there. Just gonna add a little bit of flowers. And then we're gonna rip this off. There we go. Because I definitely don't want that to be perfect. Okay. Those are cute flowers. We're going to put these other flowers over here. Okay, now sometimes you'll see I will glue onto wet Mod Podge, and usually that's if I've done one or two things. I have layers and layers and layers of wet Mod Podge here, so I am not going to glue my collage images onto here. I would worry that some of the layers would never dry. So I'm gonna finish gluing this flower on this corner. And then we're gonna go away and let this Mod Podge dry. And here in Florida, it's probably gonna be, I would say, a couple of hours. It shouldn't be terrible. I mean, it's not like crazy, but it will be a couple hours before this is dry. So I will be back. Okay, so we should be pretty dry. It's pretty dry. I like where we're going. Let's grab some scissors and cut off the edges so we know where our edges are. Okay, so now we've got this fun caramel colored page. Let's see which way's up. Yep. We're gluing some pages together. That'll happen. Okay, so this ends up. And I know that you guys always want to just see magazine collage or something like that. But it's often fun to do other things in your art so that you get ideas that you wouldn't necessarily think of. So one idea that I use from junk journaling, okay, junk journalers make these books that have all kinds of stuff in them. I thought we could have fun using, because we have this envelope, right? We have this envelope and we have these cool tags. So I thought it would be fun if we would make a cool tuck spot for this tag. So now we need to make it just a little bit less than here. Okay, I am going to use my stapler to close up this side of this envelope. Uh-oh, I'm out of staples. Hang on, I'll be right back. So we have this cool envelope. Right? And this tag. And what we're gonna do is, see, it'll slide in there. And then come right out. So we could do it either, I'm not gonna worry about the tag right now, we're gonna leave it there, but it's gonna be something fun to hang off the edge. Oh, you know what we could do? We could make it something. Okay, here we go. So the first thing we want to do is grab a piece of this, a couple pieces of this, and we're going to camouflage our envelope. Oh, that's plenty. So we just need one little piece of this. Okay, so we're going to glue this envelope onto here. And then we're going to glue this little piece of pattern paper over it. Hey, honey. Kitty's here. Kitty likes to craft. Okay, let's make sure we're long enough. Need to go a little tiny bit more. Okay, we're going to put that down. And glue works two ways. One, it's sticky, and two, you apply pressure to make it stick. So you always want to make sure you give a little push down on your glue. And then we're going to put this on here, maybe a little bit around here. And we are going to put our pattern paper over that. There we go. And I'm not going to worry about gluing over pattern paper right now because we we can glue over that little bit of Mod Podge. It's not the same as, you know, we had that entire page of Mod Podge. Okay, we're going to put that aside for just one sec. And we're going to make a little tag, right? So we have this cute girl. And now we've already used her flowers on our project, right? So she's gonna fit in pretty good. All right, there she is. I like her. Tower in the back. Okay, I am going to get one last little piece of this. We're going to put this on here, up here. Then we're going to put our girl. And this is called art collage rather than magazine collage, where you're taking little bits of art pieces. We're going to put her right here. Did we get the second part down? Yep. Oh yeah, I did. Okay, good me. Sometimes I amaze myself. We're going to take her arm off. Like that. And just have her peeking in. There we go. And this is why we can't have nice things. We're going to cut glue with our scissors. Sweet. I love that. All right. Now I'm just going to take a little piece of this, go over here, just to vintage it up a tiny bit, put those cool words on there, right? Just to make it look cool. I love it. Super cool. Okay, so now we're going to put that off to the side. All right, I don't have anything. I didn't buy anything to dye. This tag or this ribbon. So I am gonna cheat a little bit. I'm gonna use this alcohol ink marker, which is super cheap. Okay, you could use a Sharpie, you could use any marker you have, and we're just gonna draw on this ribbon to make it the right color. Oh look, yay, it went all the way through. There we go, because I don't want a big old white honking ribbon hanging out of my journal page right there. Okay, so we're going to put that over here. Nice. All right, now back to this. Let's see. We want, okay, let's make a paper doll of our gal. So we are going to have this gal with big head stuck on right like that. So we just need a little bit of glue right here to stick her on. There we go. And let's scooch that up as much as we can. Oh, perfect. Perfect. Okay. Because we want her to have a neck, but we don't want her to have a crazy long neck. Oh, that's fun. I love her. All right, and then we have this cool lion guy who's going to be part of her hair. We're just going to come under here and glue this part of him because he is going to stick out over her head like so. How cute is he? Tiger. I have another tiger in this book. It's a very animal-y book. And we're going to figure out, this is a hard piece. It must have been the cover. We're going to figure this out, and we're going to bend where her head is so that we have a natural bend. Okay. So once, is she going to stand on these birdies? Let's see. Let's see what happens. Could we get her to stand? Oh, we could. Right? That's cute. Okay. And he could be right there, or he could be right there. Okay. I think this is over here underneath her. This goes right here. Okay, so we got a couple things we can put down. We're going to put down our birdies, who are wicked cute. Okay. Boop. All right, let's get these guys stuck down. Oh. Did we want the mushrooms behind? I think I wanted the mushrooms behind the birdies. So let's pick these guys up for 1 second. We're going to put our mushrooms down. There, we can come back in and glue down the tops of them. But now we'll get our birdies. Yeah, that's the order I wanted them. Okay, whew, that was a close one. Yeah, because I don't want to cover up my birdies. I like them. Okay, here we go. All right. Do. And this is a tough page. This page will last through the next ice age because it has a ton of Mod Podge on it. This page ain't going nowhere. And I kind of like that look when you get a lot of Mod Podge on there and then it has kind of a plasticky look. To me, that's kind of fun. Get our mushrooms down. Yep. Got to get our doggy in there. Hold on. Pick up your little beak. Or our little panther guy. Okay, there he goes. I have a little cold today, so I may not be doing my layers as well as I usually do. I babysat our granddaughter yesterday who had the sniffles. No, 2 days ago. Who had the sniffles, and now I have the sniffles. And functionally, every time I leave you, I just go and take a nap. So that's not fun. Okay, here we go. And we're going to finish this up, and then we'll put our secret tuck spot in, and we will be done. Okay, so we need to bend her head right along this line. And you want to bend her so that as you open and close, and we're gonna stick her head, like we're gonna do a lot of, this is gonna be our biggest point of failure right here, right? Where her head has to stick in this groove. Okay, so we're gonna, look how cute he is. All right, so we're gonna glue the snot out of this. We got our tiger up there. We got a big old head right here. Boop. Okay, there we go. Everybody get some glue. Everybody get some glue. There you guys go. That is fun. Fun, fun, fun. Anyone who doesn't like our collage just isn't fun. So people will ask you all the time, why do you do collage? But why? What's it for? Why do you do that? What do you do it for? And you just tell them you do it for fun. It's art. I would be willing to bet when Michelangelo was painting, before he became like super famous, when he was painting ceilings in his friend's house, they're all like, why are you painting the ceiling in my house? So you do you. You have a good time making your magazine collages, and you don't let anybody ask you things that make you feel sad. You just do you. Okay, we got a ton of Mod Podge there. Okay, let's get her underneath her chin real good, because we need to get that stuck down. Don't forget, glue works not just with glue, but also with pressure. So you got to get some pressure on the areas you want glued down so you get contact, right? Okay, cute. I love where this is going. All right, so now we got our tag. Let's cut our stuff off the edge of our tag, and she kind of goes with these because that was from the same napkin. Just a little fun piece to stick out. Okay, let's try to get this guy stuck. Mod Podge may not be quite the right kind of paint for this lady with her stiff head. I may have to come in here with a tiny bit of Nuvo to get her to stick. I try to just use simple stuff, but this head doesn't appear that it's going to stick. Her head's fallen off. See, it is not stuck at all. Okay, so we're going to have to do a quick cheat and stick her head down. There we go. Poor thing. We can't have her walking around without her head stuck down. Okay, there we go. And it doesn't have to be stuck down perfectly, but it has to be stuck down enough to be stuck on our page, right? Right. All right, this is drying. Oh, shoot, what were we doing? We were working on this. Now we want to punch out our hole for our ribbon. That's cute. Where'd our ribbon go? I knew it was back here somewhere. Oh, do we want them to be about the same length? I guess it doesn't matter. We're gonna stick that through and stick this through. And that way there'll be a cool sticky outy part on our page, right? We may want to cut this down a little bit, I don't know. But in your overall journal, there's going to be a fun part sticking out, right? Like, so here I have that. I have some ribbons. I have some stuff that sticks out. And in my journal, having sticky outy parts makes it seem more interesting. Now, you might like to have your journal just totally stuck inside, which is fine too. You're not doing anything wrong. I like mine to be a little bit crazier pants. You might like a normal journal. Okay, here we go. All right. And now we have that cool envelope part. We can stick our tag right in there. It's like a secret pouch. Nobody can even see that it's in there, right? So that is our Ladies of Charity from Tennessee page. I think it came out wicked cute, don't you? I think this one is fun. And it has a cool secret tuck spot. So hopefully that helps. Tara Jacobson, Artsy Fartsy Life.